What did your child do that made you ashamed until you learned the truth? My 12-year-old son, Isaac, got suspended from school for cheating on his math test. The principal's voice dripped with disappointment when he called my office. Mrs. Lee, Isaac has violated our academic integrity policy. He wrote all the answers to today's test on his desk before class even started. This is grounds for immediate suspension and possible expulsion. I left my presentation half finished and drove to the middle school, my hands trembling on the steering wheel. Here's the thing, Isaac had never been in trouble before. Straight A's, no absences. He was the kid who reminded others about homework and helped teachers clean whiteboards after class. When I arrived at the principal's office, I found Isaac sitting in the corner chair, his hoodie pulled up, shoulders hunched. Principal Briggs sat behind his mahogany desk like a judge delivering a verdict. This is extremely serious, Mrs. Lee. Isaac was caught red-handed writing the entire answer key on his desk 40 minutes before the test. In my 20 years of education, I've rarely seen such blatant disregard for our honor code. Mrs. Garrett, Isaac's math teacher, stood by the window with her arms crossed. I'm particularly disappointed because Isaac is one of my strongest students. He has a 96% average. Why would he even need to cheat? She shook her head theatrically. This behavior will go on his permanent record. Colleges will see this. I stared at my son, who hadn't looked up once since I'd entered the room. My heart hammered against my ribs. This wasn't the boy I knew. The one who cried when he accidentally broke his friend's pencil in 3rd grade. The silence in the room was suffocating, pressing down on us like a physical weight. What had driven my rule-following son to do this? Isaac, I said softly, sitting down beside him. I know you. I know you aren't the type to do this, but I need you to explain what happened. All of it. He finally raised his head, and I saw his eyes were red-rimmed but defiant. They want to hold Dylan back, Mom. He's failed 3 tests already because he can't finish in time. But it's not his fault. Mrs. Garrett interjected sharply. Thomas has been offered extra time accommodations, but his parents refused to get him tested. Isaac's voice grew stronger. His parents can't afford the testing. It costs $3,000 and insurance won't cover it without a referral, but the school psychologist has a 9-month wait list. He turned to face his teacher directly. Dylan's dyslexic. I know because my cousin has the same exact symptoms. He transposes numbers, can't process word problems quickly, and needs them read aloud. You know this, Mrs. Garrett. You've seen him struggle all year. The room grew uncomfortably quiet. Isaac continued. Yesterday, Dylan told me if he fails this test, he'll have to repeat 7th grade. His dad already calls him stupid. He even said maybe everyone would be better off if he just disappeared. My chest tightened, so I came in early this morning. I wrote the answers in pencil on his desk, not mine, his, in the back corner where he sits. I made them look like random numbers and doodles so only Dylan would understand the pattern. I taught him the code last week. Principal Briggs's confident expression was faltering. That's still cheating, Isaac. You can't just, you want to know what's really cheating? Isaac interrupted, standing now. Cheating is having a student who needs help and doing nothing because his parents can't pay for a diagnosis. Cheating is watching him cry during every test while Mrs. Garrett tells him to try harder and focus better. That's cheating him out of an education. The pieces clicked together as I processed everything. How many times did Dylan ask for help this year? I asked Mrs. Garrett. She shifted uncomfortably. That's not relevant to how many times, I repeated. Isaac answered for her. 15 times. I kept count. You told him to stay after school for help, but he can't because he watches his little sisters while his mom works 2 jobs. So, I began. My son had risked his own academic career to help a struggling classmate, evidently doing your job for you. The principal cleared his throat. Perhaps we should discuss this further. No, I said firmly. We're done here. Isaac will serve his suspension, but I'll be contacting the district about why a clearly dyslexic student has been denied support all year. Wait, the principal yelled. I'm taking Isaac's suspension off his record. Just don't contact the district. They'll come after my job. I just looked back at her and said, kiss my ah. Then I took Isaac home to play on his Xbox.